Hello and welcome to UnderstandMenNow.com. I'm your host, Jonathon Aslay, and I'm so excited to be shooting this short video for you today. Our topic, what men consider great sex, the truth. Okay, so let's just jump right into one fact. I'm going to say it's a fact, but from what I've heard, is about 50% of divorces cite sex as one of the primary issues in their relationship. And I'm not talking about infidelity, because that certainly happens, but many couples have so little sex in their relationship. And what we're really talking about, it's not just sex, but intimacy. Into me you see, really getting deeper connected at a emotional and physical level. Now, from a dating perspective, there's this old saying that men find love through sex. And while that's from a biological sense, there's truth. We men biologically are on the hunt, the chase, and oftentimes that is driven through our sexual desires. And so I think it's really important not to overlook the importance of sex and really a good, healthy sex life. Because in midlife, we're dealing with a lot of biological issues. We're dealing with men, there's erectile dysfunction, and with women it's menopausal, and the effects of how that affects one's body. You know, unlike in our 20s or 30s when we're just driven by testosterone and estrogen and we're just going out there. And interesting enough, they say that women's sex drive increases as they age and men's sex drives decrease as they age. And as a man who's in his 50s, I can say that my sex drive isn't what it used to be. Actually, that's a benefit from a dating perspective, because I'm no longer on the hunt for sex. I'm on the hunt for a more committed, connected relationship. So this particular topic, what men consider great sex, was really birthed based on some conversations I had with several of my friends who are in relationship and were open enough to share their sex life with me. And oftentimes that's not the case, especially those that are not having a healthy sex life. They're very ashamed and don't talk about it. And I'm sure you're the same. You might feel the same way as well. So one of the things that was discussed was our desire, and I know I can feel this for myself, that in a romantic relationship that our partner, not us, initiates sex at least a third of the time. Initiates the sex. In other words, that comes on and is amorous and physical and passionate. And to do that on a regular basis, at least 1/3 of the time. At least that's what several men who were openly talking to me about, and I've discussed this with a larger group of men, and they feel the same way. So that desire to initiate sex. Now, I know one other thing that I hear, and this is going to be a little bit uncomfortable, but the desire to receive oral sex. And sadly, in midlife, many people haven't really perfected the art of oral sex, both men and women. And I can say that men equally don't initiate that as much as other men out there. So I've actually heard the same complaint from women, that desire for oral sex. And so when it comes to sex, I think it's really important to have deeper conversations once you're building a relationship with someone. And that's why I'm a fan of the book 8 Dates by Dr. John Gottman, 8 Dates by Dr. John Gottman, because he explores the 8 fundamentals for a successful relationship based on his experience as a therapist, recognizing that these 8 areas are where most relationships fail. And one of the chapters is about sex and intimacy. And so I'm a big proponent of any couple that are beginning a journey down the road of relationship to partnership. Let me repeat that. Any couple that's on the journey of relationship to partnership. And this can happen very quickly in the dating process, that they order this book and explore what it takes to create a healthy relationship, especially in the area of sex and intimacy. Because it's, here's the thing. For example, we men want to know what pleases you. And there are women out there that expect men to know this, and we don't know it. So we want to be told what pleases you, what gives you, help us understand what gives you an orgasm so we can be prepared. That's one thing I've heard from many men. So this book helps create the conversation so you can talk about sex and intimacy in a more positive way. Okay, this isn't something that's going to happen on a first, second, or third date. I get that. But I recognize that if you're seeking a deep connection with a man, both on an emotional and physical level, then I think it's important to learn how to communicate your thoughts and feelings in a way that's seen, heard, and understood. And this book is a great way to get started. Okay, I hope you found value in what I shared. Please post a comment. Let me know if this resonates with you. If you think this is rubbish, if you think I'm full of shit, then I want to hear about it. If you like what I'm sharing here, let me tell you, in my coaching programs, I have something called Midlife Love Mastery. There's a link right here below. It's a program where if you ask a question of me, I actually shoot a video just like this in a Facebook group. And if you're not on Facebook, don't worry. You can write me questions. I'll shoot a video, and it'll be emailed to you once a week to those in the group. We do a once-a-month webinar where you can get on the phone and talk to me and ask me questions directly. And I have a library of content. So if you have a question out there, it's probably I've shot a video on it or done a webinar on it. Okay, I'm going to sign, and don't forget the link is right here, Midlife Love Mastery. I'm going to sign out this video as I always do, giving you a big, gigantic Jonathan Bear hug if I have your consent. Aw, thank you. Wishing you a wonderful day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.